she discussing about her being at the court and the father and all the groupies that was around him coming at her and talking about how she was recording. Nique at Nite, in my eyes, never been a blog page that supported an artist. I look at that. So we ain't supposed to believe what she's saying, but we have to believe what my radio saying. Because my radio have her panties in the bunch because of the simple fact that she feels like that Nique at Nite is taking credit for something that Nique at Nite went to the court and got herself and did not sit back and get it from a party in the court. Okay? Now let's get into when her dad when the dad came to her.
February 28th, that he can delay it further. So, like if he don't get the transcripts in time, like to file his proper motions, he can delay it further than the 28th. But so far, right now, the date that they have set is the 28th. So that was that. That's pretty much all that went on inside the courtroom. Like I said, it was really nothing major that happened inside the courtroom. It was very, very quick, very fast. So when we get out of the court, normally what's been happening is people get on the elevator and go down. So I got on the elevator with Fila. Fila went with me. Those of you guys who are night owls, y'all know Fila, who comes and sometimes co-hosts. So we get on the elevator and we go down. And so once I go down, I realized that nobody else had came down. So I'm like, I want to see if the new attorney, if he is basically addressing the media or saying anything, because the other media people hadn't come down either, you know? So I'm like nobody come down, so let me go back up. So I go back up, and as soon as I go back up, Tory Lanez's dad is approaching me with this whole like squad of people, so they start, approaching me.
Intimidation. Because people think people is supposed to be threatened by intimidation. But we supposed to be okay with that.
And he comes up to me and, he's with people. I don't know if all of them, honestly, I don't even think all of the people with him is part of people that he know for real. It's groupies that's trying to, be around. So I don't even
my radio and the rest of the people.
I don't think he know all the people that was around him, but it was a group of people. They come up to me, and Tory Lanez's dad is like, if you're gonna, like, he walks up to me and he's like, if you're gonna report something, then you need to report the truth or something like that. And so I'm looking like, first of all, anything that I post or report, I post off of what I see. Like, I report off of what I see. That's what I report, and I'm gonna report on what I see, And so then his wife was like, she also had made a comment or whatever. And then they had said some of the like weirdos, I don't know who they are. They was like pointing, and they're like, to me, they was like, you was recording in the courtroom. And so I'm looking like, what? First of all, like I said, the court proceeding, when you sat down.
And people keep talking about reading transcripts when ain't nobody reading transcript but going off of what a blogger fucking say. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. My radio got all them documents way before the timing of them going to court. So she did not do her motherfucking commentary right. So of course she won't get the credit for somebody that actually waited for the court was over and brought all the receipts to reality. Make it make sense.
It was over by the time you got up. Like, it wasn't even nothing. The court proceeding today, it went by so damn quick. And that's why it was hardly anybody in the courtroom. You can literally see everybody. It's like 5 of us in the audience. Anybody doing anything that they're not supposed to do, you can see it. That's number one. Number two, it's illegal to record anywhere on that floor anywhere in that courtroom. So somebody had made a comment like, trying to do something to send it to TMZ. First of all, TMZ is a legit company. Like, why would I risk doing that? That doesn't even make sense. Like, that don't make no goddamn sense. Like, why would I be recording a damn thing?
But mind you, when my radio was on the live with Armand Wiggins, when they went in and Armand did the motherfucking interview with my radio, what recording was she talking about? And when did she record what she was recording? Make it make sense. But now we throw it off on Nique and Nite because Nique and Nite is not a fucking fan page. But we automatically feel like she's taking a side. When she do a lot of her commentary off of what's going on in the news and what's going on with regular people too, when it comes to incidents and when it comes to shit that goes on that does not sound the fuck right. Now I side-eyed Nique and Nite a lot about a lot of different things, but I never had to side-eye her about taking a side of a different artist because she's basically a fan page. No, she's not. That's why I'm confused. How can we even get to this mode of not believing somebody else that does not have no dibs into who they like and want to go off that narrative? That's why I'm like confused with this shit. This shit is confusing, yo. And it's like people make you feel like that you the one that don't know what the fuck you talking about. When in reality, you don't have to have no fucking master's degrees and nothing like that to understand reality and concept of things.
Thing when I know how to get stuff legally, you know, like I know how to obtain information the legal way. There wasn't nothing that really happened.
And my radio never take none of her information that she got the legal way. Make it make sense.
Today, so there was nothing like what. So, his dad basically, so somebody was like, oh, you know, it wasn't them, it was this person, you know. So then, I'm like, I understand that y'all are emotional. You know, I understand that.
Facts. And then you got these bloggers that's getting people emotional and make it seems like that everybody else is biased when it comes to them speaking their truth about how they feel with this case. Like how? Make it make sense. It's not like this shit weird as fuck.
That this is
it's like they want you to have the narrative that Megan is just guilty and Tory is not guilty and Tory did not shoot her and Tory, like, come on, Tory have a fucking short man syndrome problem and that's the fucking problem. And the sad part about it is they could have stopped this shit before he even got to this. It's like an R. Kelly thing. He sat there and he got all them girls knowing damn well for a fact that the people behind him knew damn well that he was not supposed to be involved in no little ass motherfucking girls when he had a fucking problem. But they allows it. When the last time Megan been on live and she literally was drunk on live after everybody was coming at her about being a drunk and being everything else? We have not had no incidents with Megan when it came to the last 2 years. Make it make sense. The last 2 years there was no incidents about Megan. But with Tory Lanez, he's still punching people. He still have his pride because people ain't motherfucking clapping his hands. He still have his pride because people telling him that they better than him in fucking music. Make it make sense.
Emotional situation, but I don't like people coming up to me saying anything to me, you know? And so at that point he says, he's not emotional. He's a father who is trying to basically advocate for the innocence of
coming to me with a group of motherfucking people that I don't know instead of you coming to me by yourself as a fucking man. You should have told them to stay the fuck back and you could have came to me and talked to me by your motherfucking self. But the intimidation they thought that they was going to get due to the fact that they came to her with a bunch of motherfucking people around them. Make it make sense. But we got to keep bringing up everything on the mag part. How?
His son, you know? And then at that point, his wife also chimed in and said, like, she's not gonna get it until she has a son who's facing this X, Y, and Z, or whatever, right? So, at that moment, I'm like, you know, they're like, oh, like it was somebody else who was recording, so they went off somewhere else. And
So now they just go pick out anybody that was recording because they want to find somebody to blame it on instead of telling their son to hold his fucking temper because he is not from the United States and they would easily ship his ass back to Canada. Can we talk about it?
um his dad was like,
First
I
Rock
apologize.
Nation,
Like
now
he
Nique at Night.
apologized
Come on, man.
about it. He said that, like it's his apologies, he didn't mean to like come off like that or whatever, he's just like, a passionate father. And that's pretty much what it was. And at the end of the day, I understand, like, I think it, like I know for damn sure I didn't record shit. So I feel like it was really like a way to address me without saying I'm pissed off that you posted the exhibits.
Facts. When, my radio just mad because she did not get the credit. But she's sitting here posting the same thing that my radio was supposed to been giving y'all the truth about. So why be the fuck mad? But during the time my radio did it, was during the time that nobody was not supposed to have information on the case. So how was she getting it? But we all tuned into Nique at Night and whoever she was with that was at the motherfucking courtroom that was recording. And then they get to her. They try to intimidate her. They realize it wasn't her. Oh, it was somebody else that was recording. Make it make sense. Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's kind of really what it was. Like, everybody know damn well, like, I'm not about to risk my integrity on doing nothing illegal when I know how to. It wasn't even nothing that.
When my radio copy and paste every fucking thing. When we know for a fact Nique at Night and a lot of her things that she do is based off her reporting on news articles, her reporting on the commentary of what's going on in the fucking world when somebody is going through something with court-wise, when somebody done went through something as they family-wise, and they see it all spiraling on fucking what's going to make it make sense. But she just taking up for Meg. Make it make sense.
What happened today?
Anybody that does not have the opinion of theirs and have the opinion of the way that they feel with the Megan situation, they are biased. It does not make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't.
There was nothing that happened today that was anything. So, in hindsight, I just looked at it like, I understand his position as a father. And I'm not even a person I'm not even mad that he came up to me or anything like that, because I understand his position as a father. I felt him in that courtroom. Like, y'all see me when I went live, after he had went off, I was literally shaking. Like, I was literally shaking because I felt him. And I told y'all, I feel sad about how a person's actions, how it don't just affect you, and you get to see how it affects everybody around him. And I don't fault him for being a passionate father.
Right.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to get on here and be like.
But everybody eyes, because you on Megan's side, that you just feel like Tory needs to be locked up. When I never even came out of my mouth and said that he needs to be locked the fuck up. The only thing I said is, if he did motherfucking wrong, you do the motherfucking time. No matter if he was just in a drunk moment and he shot that fucking gun in the air and didn't mean to shoot her. 2 seconds of your life decision can cause you your life. Can cause you the rest of your life. Can cause you to be in the fucking ground. Make it make sense. But we're not supposed to be teaching our kids that. We got to teach them to just keep doing what you're doing, and you won't never, because you got money, that you won't never be faulted for it. What? Make it make sense.
Like, no. Like, I understand.
But nobody going around about what Soulja Boy said. But everybody going around about what Kodak Black said. Everybody reposting what Kodak Black said. They want Cardi to come out and talk about this situation because they want to know what side she's on. They want everybody that comes out and talk about anything. They want to know what side they on, because they want to know who is the people in the industry. Who is the people in the industry going at, or side is they on? This is what the people is messy about on this internet. And my radio is the biggest fucking page that could be messy when it comes to any of this. That's why you got our mind out here. Or what you think about the Megan thing? What you think about the this that? All the fucking questions that bitch she ain't even started a rollout. Why we gotta ask so many questions at one point in motherfucking time? Make it make sense. I'm so over these fucking people. Shout outs to Nique and Nite doing her commentary and doing it the fuck right. Like I said, that and there's plenty of times that I look at Nique and Nite side eye. I give my radio her fucking props when props is due. But I call out the fucking bullshit too at the same motherfucking time. Because that was a bunch of bullshit. All these fucking years she antagonized motherfucking Megan Thee Stallion over the things and how she felt about the situation. If you need to go back to Trish Moonshine page and get the information of how my radio was just out here antagonizing the shit out of Megan, you could go to Trish Moonshine page. Right here. Right here. Okay? You could come over here and you could like, share, and motherfucking subscribe. She got them all. Okay? She got them all. She got them all. Okay?
That Megan said, EJ and Kelsey, can y'all go get my stuff out of EJ's car? Because that's who they roll with. How we know somebody didn't scoop it up. Now, do y'all have any reason to believe that Kelsey would have got the gun out of his car and put it up? I don't understand why she would. For what? How do we know Megan didn't get it out of EJ's car? The gun was unregistered, but that doesn't mean that there's not a paper trail. Even when a gun is unregistered, you still had to get it from somewhere.
People literally do not care that Mob Radio has constantly harassed Megan online for years now. Nobody cares that Tory Lanez claims Mob was his sister. Let's talk about it. Nobody cares that Mob Radio and Tory Lanez keep lying and keep changing their narrative. Over and over, people are obsessed with using Megan's initial statement against her. People continues to ignore that Tory has teamed up with content creators to throw off the case. And my option, if you looked over the transcripts, it seems as if Tory's lawyer planned to shift the blame to Kelsey. My bitch put this up 3-4 fucking months ago, 5 months ago, before this fucking case was even on. I keep telling you, this is why everybody trying to put the blame and try to make it seem like, yes, I feel like they did not come up and tell them about Megan and Kelsey fighting. So, of course, she plead the fucking fifth because she never said that from the fucking gate. So now we talking about them fighting. So, of course, she plead the fifth because she don't want to be associated with the part about the fighting so they could try to put the narrative on her. But from the gate, Tory Lanez posted on the Shade Room when other people posted on there. He posted on the Shade Room and he said, somebody said Kelsey shot Meg. He said Kelsey did not shoot Meg. Now we at the court. Now we starting the trial. First thing his lawyer come out and say, when they doing their opening statement, the bank basically blaming Kelsey. So we already know where the narrative was really trying to go. It's pitted on Kelsey. You look over the transcript, it seems as if Tory Lanez's lawyer plans to shift the blame to Kelsey, yet at the very same time, right in our face. Tory and his social media baddies are trying to spin the grass narrative to public as well. Why doesn't anyone see this BS? I get that Kelsey and Megan are beefing, but they both have stated that they feel that the other never defended each other online. And this is basically what Kelsey been saying to this day. She only mad at Meg because Megan never defended her. Make it make sense, man. This shit is fucking federal, man. They feel that the other never defended each other online. So what does that have to do with Tory Lanez, My Radio, lying so much? Now let's get into it.
And at some point, they're going to be able to acknowledge at least one person that got that weapon that could be linked and traced.
Bitch, was it grass or gunshot fragments? These bitches switching narratives like a motherfucker.
To one of these fucking people, period. It don't have to be registered. So I'm very interested to know, who does this gun link back to? So obviously we have to wait until we find out, what's being said in court.
My they said, what if academics, where the money,
where the money out,
them purses.
And then we know, okay, a gun wasn't planted. That gun was in that car already. But then you got to think about this, babe. Let me give you another reason why. One of them hoes put that gun in that motherfucking car.
Where the money out, them purses.
How the fuck would they know that it was up under there? This was a rental. This wasn't Tory's car. Tory was out of town. Tory lives in Miami. He was in California.
And mind you, that was his driver. But we putting the blame on everybody else, but that was Tory Lanez's driver.
How would you even know that a gun was up under the motherfucking seat? Exactly. So once again, let's not play stupid. No, they said the gun was warm to the touch because it had been used recently. That's what they said. So, child, I think we need to bring Courtroom to the stand.
Now call everybody to the stand that Tory Lanez attacked over the years.
Courtroom said that a young lady named Megan had threatened him with gun violence. Was that Meg?
Can we talk about it? Now, remember I said a couple weeks ago, My Radio brought that out to light. Once she started talking about the Tory Lanez thing and started being on Megan, and then she started digging up about Megan past and started talking about Megan this, and Megan ain't from Houston, and Megan mom, grandma, dad, and the whole 9 motherfucking yard.
Megan Pete. I absolutely think he needs to be called to the stand, because if we can show a history of crime and criminal behavior, then boom, that's another strike against her. Her ex-boyfriend. Megan's one mugshot is for that incident with her ex-boyfriend.
Megan's one mugshot. We focus on Megan one mugshot. When Tory Lanez has how many?
Yeah, this shit's not gonna end, my nigga.
I would like him to get called to the stand to speak to, what the, yes, you can. Do you know how court works? What the fuck are you talking about? They can't use her past in court so easily. Bitch, that's all you do in court.
This is put in public information. LA Times puts out an article, and in the article they say, this is the initial report. 2 sources close to the investigation said that she got cut by glass, and she said that she got cut by glass. So then it's like, people see that, okay, hold on, they're saying on the initial police report with Officer Santiago, whatever his name is, you can go.
Now this is when Nancy Dillon, the same lady, the lady Megan was reporting on this case, okay? And she tweeted and said, Tory Lanez's defense lawyer, Sean Holly, remember when he had him, questioned on dispute that led up to the shooting. She said argument in the court escalated when it was revealed Tory and Megan had been in some type of intimate relationship. Haley said Sean Holly said the other woman in the car, Megan's former assistant friend who had a romantic interest in Tory, became jealous and claimed Megan backdoored her. And this is when the court proceedings first started, before we came to the point of a trial, before they did this part.
look this up. This is on LA Times. That's when it gets to this point where it says, okay, yo, they reported no gunfire wound in her foot. They just reported a woman with a foot injury. So you gotta understand, like, this is what's in their initial police report. Fuck all the Instagram, fuck the other shit. This is just.
And this is when the Shade Room posted and said, Tory's lawyer reportedly stated Tory and Megan Thee Stallion were in sort of heated argument in regards to an intimate relationship between them. Tory reportedly told police he was trying to protect his girl. The judge in the case determined there is probable cause to send Tory to trial. The judge in the case determined there was probable cause to send Tory to trial. So this is how we got to trial. Kelsey wrote in the comments, no cap. This is
what's
all
in
cap.
the police report. So
Somebody wrote and said fake news alert. And they have a check mark. Whoever is Ellen's Rizur, whatever her name is. They said any reports of Tory Lanez DNA not being found on the weapon in the Megan Thee Stallion case are false. Today, pre-trial hearing was just postponed to April the 5th, and the fake news tweet was sent out before. How they false if I am looking at them? Now, mind you, this is when my radio... Now we get to when my radio came out and she started pulling stuff out that literally was not supposed to be in the public yet. Make it make sense. So Tory Lanez is like, how if I'm looking at them right now? Meaning that he was the one that gave it to the news source that sent it the fuck out. Make it make sense.
So you gotta understand, like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, wow, I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, like, at the end of the day, like,
DJ Academics is the next one that literally been Team Tory. Not on facts, but just Team Tory. And then, this is another page that was putting out the information during the time my radio was, okay? DJ Academics said during this time, and he had did a live and said they said DJ Academics react to the police reports being leaked in Megan Thee Stallion trial. Then this one reported and said, did Tory Lanez really shoot Megan Thee Stallion? Shocking, never before.
Maybe some people might see this, maybe some people might not. It gets to academics,
This is my radio when she put out stuff that was not supposed to be in the media. Okay?
It gets to academics, it gets to Hollywood Unlocked, it gets to certain places, right?
Nonetheless, the DA stated since the last court date, it was apparent there were some leaks of part of the discovery to members of the public. Mainly, there was an individual identified as DJ Academics. He has made additional comments that he had access to the police report. Again, we're trying to we're trying to ascertain the source of the reports or the source of the leaks at the moment, but we are not certain of the source of the leaks or at the moment. But my concern obviously is the way the leaks are being let's talk about it, put to the public. They are being extorted in a certain way to mislead in my option. While no real process was made during today's hearing, it apparent that 2 years later, Tory continues to fight for his proclaimed innocence.
She comes out with this tweet that says, keep talking and I'm gonna stop sparing you.
It says, portion of the official police programs, which I think is like a Nique account or something like that. I don't know. It says,
I think it's like a Nique account when it says my radio clear as day and he know who the fuck my radio is.
Portion of the official police report from the Meg Tory situation reveals that Dr. Lafredo treated...
Mind you, she said his name in the comments when he was on live. These people, they try to make you dumb because they listen to dumb ass bloggers.
Meg for a laceration to her left foot. Also states that the same doctor grams, which I think is like a Nique account or something like that. I don't know.
My radio, I think it's like a Nique account, something like that.
It says, a portion of the official police report from the Meg Tory situation reveals that Dr. Lafredo treated Meg for a laceration to her left foot. Also states that the same doctor confirmed that it was due to stepping on glass. Okay, now this is a part of the police report right here. I'll read through it, but I have to tell you that this gets a little bit more complicated. That's why I would have been. I had this already, so and salute to my boy Myron.
I have this already.
If you guys watch his channel, Fed It, he was really early on this, and he shared the document with me too.
Kelsey, this is when she tweeted and said, I want to clear up the rumors that I shot Meg. I wasn't the one with the gun and would never do something like that. However, I was present.
But when you...
but we got to keep switching the narrative, right?
But when you look at this document and a few others, you realize that there's much more to be said. That's why I didn't tweet about it, because I know Meg would have been like, no, this is not true. So in this case, right, it says that there wasn't bullet fragments found in her leg.
So this is when Megan Thee Stallion tweeted at the time they were sending all that information out. Court ain't even started, so why y'all really ready to start lying? Then she tweeted, she posted again, and she said, y'all got breaking news 15 minutes before court started, and nobody has even been called in yet. Y'all trying to win a social media campaign. This is my life, my real life. Y'all trying to get retweets, spreading false narrative at academics. Why are you lying? What did you gain?
It was glass, right? But then in another situation, it says there was. So just because I don't know how far this police report followed it up to and how much of her, hospital visits were all documented, right? Clearly the first one was documented, but who knows? So, I don't want to...
This shit is federal. Like, share, motherfucker, subscribe. Y'all already know. Me and motherfucker Carrie, we go back and forth about this one, baby, okay? I love my girl, and she got her own opinion, and I got my own opinion. And everybody else have their own opinion, and I really do appreciate everybody motherfucking opinion. But I realize I have to do this on the way that I think that I could just do little videos. So I'm just going to do little videos. And then y'all let me know in the comments what y'all feel about what am I bringing up. So that's how I'm going to do this. I ain't even going to make it out of a live because, I fucks with Carrie and I'm not going to keep going back and forth with Carrie over, her opinion, my opinion. You feel me? We both top. Turn the fuck up, okay? So we ain't got time for all that. So I fucks with my girl and I'm not going back and forth with my girl over no shit that I feel like me and her just have difference of our opinion. We just think different when it comes to this. Okay, so that's the main thing. This is Trish Moonshine page. Y'all can come here. Y'all can find a lot of that My Radio stuff that she been doing. Y'all can find a part about when Tory Lanez, if you can stand the voiceover, okay, because this is when she did the voiceover. But y'all know I can have plenty of videos. I will come back with another video because this was a nice length one. But I did just wanted to throw this out there because I don't want it to, I just need everybody to understand, no, this is just my opinion. It's my opinion. It's not, it's going off of what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and me iterating it from there. And a lot of stuff that I've been trying to say, I just feel like this was all in one. It's we got to believe a page that literally is known to be a Megan Thee Stallion hate page, Nicki Minaj blog page that take down every artist and dig up every little things that's not in the motherfucking media to try to take these girls down instead of making sense when we talking. Like, share, and motherfucking subscribe, okay? Because yes, we all biased, but we all can't be biased when we thinking the same truth.